Alright, what's going on, YouTubers? It's Goodwin and Taylor coming back to you with another video. Now, I know it's been a while since we've released our last video. Been pretty busy. But the reason why I took time from doing this video is because, well, it's kind of my 4-month review of the Walmart account with US Xpress. Now, those of you that have seen my previous videos about the US Xpress Walmart dedicated will know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, over the last 4 months, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about some changes that's been going on here on the accounts and things that you could run into, and of course, most importantly, how's the pay? That's the top question everybody wants to know. How's the pay? Or do you need hazmat or anything like that? So, alright, let's talk about this account. Now, I'm not going to go over how the account works. If you want to see that, check out any of our other 2 videos about the Walmart dedicated. But basically, now the pay. Let's start with the most important, get it out of the way. The most important, pay. Is it very good paying here? Yes. Now, according to the terminal manager, she claims that the Gordonsville, now this is just the Gordonsville, Virginia, that it's the highest paid Walmart dedicated terminal. Now, depending on your level of experience, it's going to be anywhere between 50 to 54 cents a mile if you start out as a DC driver, which means a day cab driver, or you're one of the OTR drivers that switch over to dedicated. Then you become I believe it's 21.5, meaning that you work 21 days and you're off for 5, which you can put in for them, and you can take all 5 days off, or you can just put in, take a few days off, and come right back. Now, they do, like, if you're OTR that goes over to dedicated, they do recommend that you get your own vehicle and bring it to the yard. That way, yeah, it's fuel saving, I believe. Just fuel saving. But another thing is your stop pay. Now, from dedicated to OTR to dedicated. Now, for any of you that know about OTR support, helping out the DC, you get, I believe, now if you know better, put down in the comments for me, but I believe it's $20 for your first stop, $35 for your second, and $50 for your third, and anything after 3 stops, it's $50 altogether. That's just for OTR drivers. Now, if you become a full dedicated driver, even if you are, in a sleeper truck, it's going to be your rate of miles, which could be from 50 to 54 cents a mile. But they knock off $5 off all those stop pays I just mentioned earlier. Now, your pay, if you work good, your pay is going to look about anywhere between $900 to $1,300 a week, which is not bad. Now, there's other accounts with US Xpress that pay more, but that's just what I've seen so far here. You will usually run about 2 loads a day. Usually it's either, like I mentioned in other videos, you're going to be running grocery, which is dry van trailers, 53-footers, and frozen and dairy, or meat and produce, which is all in the reefer trailers. Now, you're going to be going anywhere in Virginia to all the way up to Maryland, down to North Carolina sometimes. I've not been anywhere else, so if there is other routes to go out of Virginia, I'm not aware of it at this time. If I do, I'll make a follow-up video to this to, clarify that. Now, another thing, the office people. Now, all of us OTR drivers know that sometimes you get good dispatchers, and then you get some of them that, don't want you calling in. They don't want you, well, as I say, bugging them most of the time for petty stuff. My experience here with the office here in Gordonsville, they've treated me pretty good. They want you to call in if you have any problems. They usually talk you through your problem, especially if you, just come onto the account. And they also, will most of the time call you when your load is ready, or if you're already out on a route and your next load's ready, most of the time they will call you. Now, another thing, when you're out doing this out here, pay extreme attention out here, because some Walmarts now, and I'm going to show you since we're sitting right here at one. That bar right there, some Walmarts now are beginning to get that bar for trucks because they do not want trucks going into the main parking lot out here. It's usually of 11 and 6 clearance pole. So I would not recommend trying to go underneath that because you're instantly going to tear something up. Yeah, some Walmarts have that, and not all of them do. I think I've only encountered like maybe 2 or 3 that's had that. Now on this one, the Walmart accounts here in Virginia, there's some stores that are very difficult to get into. Fairfax, Virginia, to be precise. There's one down in Glen Allen. If they have the containers there, it's a little bit difficult to get into, because you have to turn your truck and trailer a certain way to get in there. Trust me, I've about got hung up a few times there myself. Another place I'm thinking of is, it's Bowie. If I'm mispronouncing it, please tell me in the comments. It's Bowie, Maryland. That place there, you have to back into it. And another one over there in Williamsburg, it's a neighborhood market. Walmart neighborhood markets. We do deliver those too. Now, the next thing. How's the Walmart trailer equipment? How did they treat you here? Well, if you perform good here and you follow their rules, they do pretty good. They will require you to have one of these. It's a gate pass. Now, if you become a DC driver, I believe you get a lanyard. I do believe. I could be wrong. If any of you know better, please put down in the comments. Another thing, when you're at the terminal inside of the warehouse, well, in the DC, where all the trailers are out on the lot, there's a little building there. It's a terminal. Now, there's 2 in Gordonsville. There's Walmart, they're downstairs. US Xpress is upstairs. Do not park in front of the shop area. I've learned many times that the shop don't like you to park in front of them. 2, do not block the fuel island because you will have a lot of angry drivers beating on your door. 3, it's not really recommended for OTR drivers to park near, on the DC parking lot, because the terminal manager, she wants, enough parking area for all of her DC drivers. And with all the OTR drivers in the way, well, trust me, it gets pretty backed up. Now, another thing I should cover. Get you a very good GPS. Do not follow this thing right here. It's a driver tag. Do not follow it. Of course, it's not turned on right now, but if you know anything about Copilot, this is what this system runs on. Copilot truck. Now, it will sometimes get you near the store. Sometimes it's good, but sometimes, if any of you had experience with this thing, it will get you lost. I recommend I don't know if you can see that. Hang on 1 second. Bear with me. I recommend buying that. A Garmin Diesel 785. I recommend buying that thing. Or if your personal taste is Rand McNally, go right ahead. I've never had a Rand McNally, so I don't know how they are.
US Express having a sale for those.
Yeah. By the way, US Express is having a big sale for Rand McNally's, especially the new one, the Tablet 85. It's supposed to be the newest, better GPS. I don't know. Honestly, I'd have to, buy it later on down the road in order to be able to tell you, if it's any good.
But if you want one, contact your fleet manager.
Now, do forgive us. We've been sick with a cold for the last couple of days.
I'm worse than he is right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of recovering, so if my voice still, going in and out still, Another thing. Load straps. And make sure that you are, load strapping everything if you can. Sometimes they provide you load straps in the trailers. A lot of times they don't.
They use load bars.
Yeah, they like to use load bars. Don't use them damn load bars. They're a joke. Now, you run basically, I'm going to say it, if you're a hardcore driver, you're going to be running 6 days a week, running an average of 1 to 2 loads a day. That's on average. Sometimes, I've never seen somebody be able to run 3. Unless it's, 3 drop and hook grocery loads that are real close.
Which Walmart can do.
Yeah. Something like Walmart. Another thing is you will be competing, well, not necessarily competing with Walmart. You'll be back and forth with Walmart transportation drivers. And do keep in mind here, we've had personal experience with this, they overrank you because they represent Walmart. We're just an outside contractor. Now, the rumor is through the grapevine, the Walmart tour for US Express is being canceled. That contract's going out. They're done with it. But apparently the DC contracts are still valid. I don't know how long, but it is what it is. Let's see, I've already covered pay, the yard. See what else I'm missing here. I covered the office people. Oh, store employees. All right. Now be ready. If you're new to this account or any others, I don't care which and where, what terminal you go to for the Walmart dedicated, you will have to deal with this at one point or another. You're going to be sitting out there in snow, rain, in the cold, blowing wind, the hot sun, waiting for somebody to open up that back door to let you in. Most Walmart stores have 2 sections, grocery and GM. We here at Gordonsville, we don't deliver GM. That's Walmart transportation shop. We normally deliver grocery, which is the grocery remix. That's all the other groceries, the frozen and dairy trucks, and the meat and produce. That all goes to grocery docks. Some stores have them integrated into the same dock. Some of them have them on separate sides of the building. Got to be careful. Sometimes they label them, sometimes they don't. I don't know how many times I've went to the GM area not even knowing it, because they won't put GM or GROC for grocery. I don't know why they don't do that, but pay attention to where you're going. Also, yeah, I've learned this, but you might want to either use Apple Maps or Google Maps whenever you get your information, like when you get your paperwork and you get your stores. You can type in on Google Maps, put Walmart like number 5155, and it'll take you exactly right to that store. Then you can get a layout of how that store looks and how you can go in. I recommend every driver do this because you don't want to try to go in through the parking lot, because like I showed you there a few minutes ago, some stores have that clearance pole now. and you're going to get your butt in a lot of trouble if you try to go underneath that. Or you're going to get yourself stuck and you're going to have to call the law to back you out.
Now you're going to get a ticket.
Then, 9 times out of 10, depending on the cop you get, could give you a ticket. Now, my general review for this for the last 4 months. Now, if you work hard, like we have, you'll be paid pretty good. If you slack off, don't answer the phone when they call, you're not going to do very well here. Because they are looking for drivers all the time. Literally. I think that she said that she wanted like 180 drivers here at this one terminal. Enough to cover every route that they have. That's another thing too. When you set your PTA, be ready for a 5-hour window from the time you set your PTA.
Especially if you're OTR.
Especially if you're OTR, because they take that, because load planners don't really get in till like 6 in the morning to start setting up the routes for that day. And the earlier you are, the earlier you get called out to do a route. Now, another thing, the meat and produce. They now have a new rule. I think they established this a couple weeks back. The new rule is that for the meat and produce, 5 drivers, 5, you count that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 drivers are selected randomly each day to be put at the end of the day to run at night the meat and produce loads. It doesn't matter if you're a DC day cab driver, a DC sleeper driver, or an OTR driver, support. You will get selected one time or another to run meat and produce at night. And they really hound us about these meat and produce loads because they've had numerous service failures. And for those of you who don't know what service failure means, it means you showed up late, now the company's getting charged. I think it's like, what, $150 per stop?
Yep.
Yeah, $150 per stop. Oh yeah, speaking of that, backhauls. That's another thing.
They get
Backhauls are not bad with this company. The number one most common one is Niagara Bottling down in Richmond. Well, more specifically Chester, Virginia. But that means they will give you a little piece of paper. I don't have it on me at the current moment, but there's a piece of paper that tells you the address. It tells you to go to Niagara, pick up either a loaded trailer, or you have to be loaded with, I think it's like about 960 cases of water, pure out bottles of water. And it's a 45,000 pound load. And then you have to take that all the way back here to the DC. And you have to call them. They explicitly want you to call them now so that they can track you. So, say you left, you call them at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, well, you give them the trailer number and your seal number off the back. They can track you all the way back here. And if you arrive late after midnight, because they want all backhauls back before midnight, and if you fail that, they get charged $500 for that each. And they're going to ask you, what did you do since 4 o'clock till now? Why are you this late? And I've heard of a few drivers being fired because of that. Yeah. They have other backhauls like Purdue Foods, HP Hood Foods, and a few other ones I can't name off the top of my head. We haven't done them yet. Sorry. But my general review for this account is you will be running a lot. You will be, having to deal with store customers, managers. Now, my advice for any of you to deal with managers, and our general experience with managers is the good managers is about right here. or bad managers are about right here. Now, when I say bad and good managers are the ones that, they're pretty good. They're pretty good to get along with. They don't really care whether, if the trailer's sealed up or, if their product's a little bit damaged. They don't care. Bad managers are the ones that will be picky and will try to snatch paperwork from you and try to do everything themselves. They don't even want you in the way. They want to do everything themselves. Now, we've had a few stores once in a blue moon do that. It's not very rare, but it does happen.
No.
So, really, this is not a bad job if you want to do this for a career. It really is not. Now, my personal fear of why I won't settle with this account is because I'm too afraid of Walmart transportation taking over. Now, I'm sure many of you will just ask, well, why don't you just try to go put in an application at Walmart? Well, I mean, it was not a bad idea, but Walmart, they're pretty strict on who they hire. I mean, they don't just hire any bum off the street to come drive their trucks. I mean, if you've ever seen a Walmart transportation driver, these guys are in, uniform with names and Walmart transportation, jackets. They're always in uniform. You hardly ever see one out of uniform. Yeah, no thank you. I like going, civilian. I've had my days of being professional. So I like wearing civilian clothes. Thank you. But for any of you that's looking to come to this and do it, by all means, go for it. It's a good paying job. It will keep you on your toes. And, you will make money here. Maybe not as much as you think you will. You're not going to get $2,000 every week. No. Yeah, you are going to have good weeks and bad weeks. It just depends on how much Walmart's ordering. Around the holidays, no, we've delivered around Christmas and Thanksgiving, they were booming. It was load after load after load. Hey, I was getting phone calls. Hey, Michael, I need you, I need to double stack you today. We got a lot of freight going out today. I need you to do a dry van load, and then I need you to do a frozen dairy. Okay. Generally, all the people in the office are fantastic. Not. What?
Little car.
Really? I'm in the middle of something and you point that out?
Sorry, it's a nice old car.
Gee. She's elaborating about, I'll show you. I don't know if you can see it over here. Maybe I can zoom in. I don't know if you can see it, but there's an old car there that she pointed out. Yeah, you normally can't resist pointing out old cars, can you?
No.
Yeah, she don't want to be in a video tonight because she's too sick. Yeah, as you can tell. But anyways, as a thank you to all the new subscribers that's coming into the channel, welcome. We appreciate all the subscribers. Now, we're sorry we don't pump out the videos quite as much. We do have a few good videos planned for in the future. She's going to do one about her favorite amusement park in the whole entire world, which will come later on. And
that'll be around June.
It'll be around in June. Now, in case any of you, just to let you know, we don't plan to stay with the Walmart account indefinitely. We're going to be finishing up here, I'd say within the next month and a half, and then we're back on the road. Now, we're going to try to start, I know I said a video a few months back, and we was going to start trying to do things differently. We're going to try to get some more video editing stuff, and maybe try to get a logo for our videos, so that way you know, it's not so generic and bleh, boring all the time. But yeah, we got a lot of good videos coming up. I'd like to get a few of Brenton on here of his wrestling matches.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing one video for our trip to Carowinds in June. We'll be doing a review of that and showing you about the new roller coaster down there. I believe it's called the Fury. If you know what it is,
they put it in 2015 or 14.
No, sooner than that. I think it was like 17.
I think it was 17.
But yeah, we're going to be doing a review on the park itself, and then we're going to be doing a review on Carolina Harbor, the next place, about the water park at Carowinds. Then we might do a little video at the beach or something. I don't know what we got planned, but we plan on doing a lot more stuff on this channel. And a shout out to my parents, Mike and Tina Goodwin. I know you guys probably will see this video at some point. There's a big hi from me and Alyssa.
Hi.
And for our little nephew here, Britton, say hi too. And yeah. Now, like I said, though, we're going to try to do a few new things on here besides the trucking and all that stuff. I am going to do one video about the Garmin, in case, not many of you know about the Garmins. One video I'd like to do, but she won't let me do it because she won't let me get it to try it. And now she's giving me the death look now. See? Watch. She giving me the death look. Give me the death look. See? See? You see how serious that face is? I bet you we can make a comedy show in here. I think I'm going to die on here. Yeah, see? She won't let me get it to actually do the video I want to do. Garmin versus Ray McNally. Finally, which one's the best? She's like, why do you need that?
The Garmin that I bought him for his birthday was $500 freaking dollars.
So is that one. $500 too. $1,000. Woo!
No.
Yeah. But anyways, big shout out to all you guys. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe if you would, if you're new. If you just pop up against this video somewhere. If I missed a few things on this video, tell me down in the comments and I'll update this video later on. But until then, I hope everybody has a good night.